Kia ora, we're Stephen and Brooke, and during the middle of the pandemic we moved from the safety and security of New Zealand to the wild west of the United Kingdom.
Over the past few months, we've been exploring the sights of England, and now that restrictions are lifting, we can venture further. Join us on our leafy ventures.
Great pun, Brooke.
Before heading to Wales, we went to Bristol to check out a street tour. Buildings, Banksy and Blackbeard were the three main features of this tour. What we initially thought would be a calm walk taking us around the street art of the city ended up being a 1.5 hour crash course history lesson on Bristol, both old and new.
Our tour led us from Queen Elizabeth I's favourite church down past the city council buildings to our first bit of street art by this young, alternative, up-and-coming street artist. You might have heard of him, Banksy.
We continued our tour, learning of all the surrounding architecture spanning centuries of modern developments and cultural inspirations, until we arrived at the first pub in Bristol, and where a little-known privateer named Edward Teach would drink, dream of a sea of gold, and start to grow a big, bushy black beard.
Continuing on our tour, we learned of how Bristol's City Council changed its mind about street art, no longer viewing it as a blight on society, but a sight for society.
Once our feet were nice and tired from our walk, our tour guide bid us farewell and we hopped in the car, continuing on to Cardiff.
Welcome to Wales!
So we're actually spending the next 3 days, 4 days including today, in the south of Wales, and we're going to be checking out castles, and we're going to be checking out waterfalls, all the gorgeous things that Wales has to offer. And we hope that you enjoy coming along with us. So at the moment we're in Mermaid Quay, which is this really cool docks area here in Cardiff, and there's a Ferris wheel, and there's all sorts of bars and restaurants.
A wee
and
fun fair
cafes.
too, it looks like.
Yeah, it's really cool. We're going to check it out.
We're currently on a Ferris wheel looking out over the rest of the fun fair down there and the sea that way, I guess.
I want to spin it, Stephen.
Don't you spin
I want to
me.
spin it.
If you want to spin it,
I
you
wanna spin it.
can walk home by yourself. At least we're down closer to the ground. If we were all the way at the top, I'd be so mad. Don't laugh because you shake it too. No, don't do that. Do not do that.
Rocker.
No.
I reckon I could.
No.
On a rocker.
You'll sleep in the car. This is our 4th time going round. I need to get as far away from that thing as possible. Okay, we're done. I survived. It's
You made it through. It's very pretty.
high. Oh, look, it's lovely from this perspective.
It's lovely from that perspective.
Sure. Any future Ferris wheels you can do on your own.
Good morning, and we're here in Caerphilly Castle, which is how we saw how to pronounce it online, so I apologise if that's not correct. This morning we were calling it Carefully Castle because of the E.
Might be Caerphilly Castle, we don't know.
Could be anything, but it's an absolutely stunning, beautiful castle with this magnificent moat that surrounds it, and we've heard that inside there's some dragons, and from here we've got a lovely view of the Leaning Tower, which is really cool. And we also found out on Instagram that it's David Hasselhoff's favourite castle, so we're going to take his advice and
Check
get
it
on
out.
in. Yeah.
Told you David Hasselhoff loves it, look at that.
That's the face of a man who loves it.
Lots of Doctor Who has been filmed here, but if anything, I live in my Game of Thrones fantasies. Dragons. Dragons coming to get you, Brooke. Another hour, another castle. So we've left Caerphilly Castle and we've come out to Cardiff Castle, which is great. 2 castles in one day. This one here is less large, but still pretty cool. We just went through the old tunnels that were around the walls of the castle, which during the Second World War and the air raids, the people of Cardiff hid underneath when the bombings were happening.
Would have been so claustrophobic.
Would have been so claustrophobic. I mean, even in there, it was quite nightmarish. But we're going to go and check out the castle now.
Yeah.
departments at the moment of the castle, and there's some steel drums being played outside, so it's making it real funky.
After a very steep walk down to the falls, we're here at Henrid Falls, and this waterfall, it was used in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. So in behind here is where the Batman cave was set. Obviously, but if we go behind the falls, which we can, there won't be Batman's cave,
What?
it's just rocks.
Aww.
Yeah, there's no secret layer, but this is where they filmed it, and so it's absolutely stunning here.
Yeah, there are some people swimming down by the bottom of the falls too.
Yeah, and we've got the sun like on the waterfall in such a beautiful way. You get a lovely like rainbow.
Yeah.
If I love you and you love me, let's plant a seed, watch it grow into a tree, baby. Why don't we grow some nectarines, baby? Why don't we grow a little, baby? We're in a world of our own.
After visiting the Batman Falls, we stopped off in the seaside town of Barry, which had such a lovely beachfront. This wrapped up our first day in Wales, but we've still got tons to see and do, so make sure that you stay tuned for part 2.
So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Same old song with a zesty lick. I'm ready to explore in this magical bliss that is you and his eye. So let's not waste our time.